Hey y'all, what's happening? What's popping? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? I hope all is well with you. All, if you are a new subscriber, welcome y'all. My name is Diamondnique. Anything you need to know about myself and or this channel, please make sure you check the description box down below with all my information. And welcome to the Makings of Us podcast. I hope you stay and enjoy the content that I create. So, as for the returning subscriber, hey family, I hope all is well with everyone. If you're having a bad day, a bad night, a bad afternoon, I pray Yah turns your bad day, your bad night, your bad afternoon into a better day, a better night, and a better afternoon. And I pray that Yah will continue to bless you all in the mighty name of Yeshua. So, normally I get into, the announcements. I don't have announcements, and after announcements, I have prayer. Normally I do this before the podcast, but I am not doing that this time around. I'm changing it up, So I say the prayer before the podcast, but I do still hope and pray that this podcast still blesses you in some sort of way. My hope for the Makings of Us podcast, as I am showing you guys my walk with the Most High, I pray that it really helps someone to start their walk with the Most High and or strengthen their walk with the Most High. What we talk about, the topics that the topics that I talk about singlehood, womanhood, talk about relationships, talk about friendships. We talk about health. We talk about music because your girl loves music. We talk about just overall our faith walk with the Most High. We talk about everything under the sun other than politics. Okay. Politics is over there in its own world, and I don't feel like talking about it. So politics gonna stay over there, but everything else we talk about. Okay. So without further ado, let's get into the topic. The topic today is Life Before Yah, Career Edition. But before we get into the topic, before we start talking about this topic, I want to hit y'all with the actual factuals. Okay. So we'll get my little cards here. It's not really a card, it's a notebook, but it will do. I actually got these percentages from blogsmart.com/employee-engagement. I will leave the script. I will leave the description. I will leave the link. There we go. I will leave the link in the comment section. Okay, so you guys can check that out as well. So here are a couple of the percentages. 69% of people actually said that, employees actually say that if they were better appreciated, they will actually work harder. Also, there are 85% of people who are not engaged in their work. and actually 81% of people want to leave their jobs. That was all me. The 85% and the 81% was definitely me until I was not a percent at all. Okay. Until y'all say you need to get up out of here. Okay. Now, with everything that's going on in, this world, we got the demic going on, the whole situation, with health going on right now in this world. And it's also the great resignation. People are quitting left and right, up and down, and upside down. People are leaving. They're like, peace and hair grease. Okay, we don't have time. But prior to this demic, prior to everything else, what was life like before Yah? Career Edition. What was it like? And for the most part, what I've seen, this is me, what I have seen, I've seen people really hold on to their jobs. I've seen people actually stick and stay to their jobs 10 years, 20 years plus, 30 years plus. Maybe because I'm young, excuse me, a part of me is like, man, that is too long. That is too long. I've heard people say that hey, I'm gonna actually stick with this job. Actually, back in the day, you can actually get jobs like pretty quick. Like nowadays, it's different. It's you can still get jobs, but it's very slow. You cannot get them as frequently or as quickly because sometimes you can quit and then get another one. Nowadays, it's not that so much, and that's really bad. But y'all got us, okay? So, with that being stated, I wanted to talk to you guys really about my journey, my careers that I had prior to me walking with the Most High. So, with that being stated, for me, like I said, I never really cared to stay at a job for that long. I do believe in when it's time to go, it's time to go. I don't believe in overstay. And if I do overstay, it's probably for a reason, my own reason, or maybe it's some fears behind that. But for me specifically, I can tell when it's time for me to go. And I've been noticing that ever since I've actually started working. I didn't start working until I was 18. I wanted to start sooner, but nobody was hiring a 16-year-old for some reason. I don't know, but maybe I had to grow up and get mature first. But for me, I'm gonna list the jobs that I've had thus far. My life before Yah, I worked at McDonald's for a hot for a hot 6, if that 6 years, like 5.5, 6 months. That was a summer job. Wanted to keep it longer, but that changed. My second job was I worked at a college library. That was actually my favorite job out of the whole kit and caboodle because I was a college student. I met other college students. It was cool. You met people, it was cool. And you get a chance to help people too. So, after that, I actually stayed there for 2 years, but I knew it was time to go prior to me leaving. Also, my third job was this was after college, engineering designer. And I stayed there for a year-ish, a year and a half, almost a year and a half. And my final job, the one I got fired from, was a yoga studio. And that was barely a month. That was 29 days. Anywho, that's the story behind this. That's the story on its own. Okay. But that was really my career really my kind of like career prior to my life with Yah. But if we are not even going to talk about the yoga studio, my final job was the engineering designer. And that was after I received my degree in 2018. I started that job in 2019. Like I said, my favorite job was the library job because you get to mingle and meet other students. I probably would not have met that many students because, I was not that I didn't want to do anything. I just didn't get into any clubs. I didn't think about getting into any clubs. I didn't think about doing none of that. But the library was my favorite job. McDonald's was actually pretty cool. I actually got to meet dogs, like actual dogs, the ones that bark ruff ruff. Okay. Those were pretty cool. And I did meet pretty cool people through there. But I was sick of that job too. I was sick of that job. But I want to really talk about and kind of highlight, like I said, my final job that Yah really allowed me to have, but also let me know, hey, I'm trying to take you somewhere different. So I'm gonna take y'all guys back to 2018. 2018 is actually when I started to having this realization that I was actually not where I was supposed to be in life. And I'm not talking about money wise. I'm not talking about anything else. I'm really talking about the career, and I really wasn't in my destiny. I wasn't walking in my destiny. And to hear this after switching majors, because I switched my major, I was full-fledged engineering. I'm still engineering. People really just don't give us the props. But I switched it from engineering to getting a 2-year engineering technology with a specialization in electrical engineering. So it's still engineering, it's just the 2-year version of it. And I ended up getting that because I went to a 2-year college first, and I'm glad I did, save money. Back in that 2018, before I graduated in December of 2018, but before that, October of 2018, I've parked the car, I was at the gym, and I was about to go into the gym, but I sat there. And sometimes I normally sit there, sometimes I just sit there just to sit there, collect my thoughts, get my mind focused and ready to, work out. But that day was a little different. I don't remember that whole day specifically. I just know, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know. Like, I don't remember that whole day, but I remember that part of the day. And I was sitting in the car, and I just had this realization, like, I am not where I'm supposed to be. And it literally then at that moment, Yah and I had a talk. And Yah had spoke to me, and he was like, you're not where you're supposed to be. I have called you to be somewhere else, but you have denied me, and you have denied your call. You have really essentially denied who you are as a human being, as what I've placed inside you. You have denied that for so long that I'm now stepping in. And 2018 was a really weird year for me specifically. I realized a lot of things. I realized that the people around me, certain people specifically, I didn't need to be around. Certain people specifically, it just felt as though me and them were going a completely different way. It's almost like I was changing, but I was looking at everybody else like, why are y'all changing? But it was really me. It was really me that was changing. And that whole year was crazy, especially from August was like the straw that broke the camel's back. And then September, I was in the thick of it. And then October of 2018 was when Yah was like, hey, I need for you to follow me, okay? Yah had told me, you're going to get the job, the designer engineering job. And he was like, you're not going to stay there long, okay? Not knowing the demic was coming, not knowing all this craziness was coming in February of 2020. But in 2018, I was like, you can get this job, because I've already had the interview, but I was like, I might got it. I don't know if I have it, whatever, we'll see. And because I was trying to get a job, trying to land a job prior to me graduating. So, I can do what needs to be done. And start making my coins. And after that, after he told me that, and I was like, okay, cool. And literally, it happened the way that he told me it was going to happen. He was like, you're going to get the job. After you get the job, you're not going to stay there long. You're going to move. Okay. You're going to move to a different location. I'm going to let you know when. And I'm going to help you out. And literally, it's how it was. I helped my mother and I out. I got the job January 2019, January 14th, 2019. Got the job, looked for apartment. My mom helped to look for apartments. I found the apartment that I'm currently in March of 2019. Was approved within that maybe day or so. And they had let me know I was approved, and I was like, okay, cool. And we literally had from, I want to say March 13th to like what we were trying to do, what I was going to do was move in April 15th, but we moved it up to April 1st. And literally everything was bam, 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 bam. Yeah, I was like, I'm going to get you out. I'm going to get you here. I'm going to get you there. That's going to happen really, really fast. So I need for you to stay with me. And yeah, really changed my life in a matter of, honestly, 5 months. Within 5 months, November, December, because he told me back in 2018, you're going to graduate, you're going to pass this class. And I did pass. Was able to send it through, like, hey, to let them know I'm ready to work. I completed everything. Here's the seal of approval. Here's the here's the diploma. Here you go. And I did all of that. And then fast forward to February, end of February 2020, beginning March, the pandemic started. And I was like, okay, this is different. And by by April of 2020, actually, by April of 2019, I was ready to leave the job. Kid you not. I was ready to leave the job by April 2019. I was sick of it already. It was not the people. It was just, I was ready to go. And I'm not even a hot 6 months in. I'm really like, I don't even think it was by April, I was ready to go. And I just got I'm starting the apartment. I'm starting over in my new life. I just got the apartment. Like, I was ready to go from that job, ready to leave the job in April 2019. But I stuck it out. And then, like I said, fast forward April, fast forward February 2020, the pandemic started. And by the end of 2020, I really felt in my spirit that I needed to go. And I'm not saying to go in particularly like because of the pandemic. Actually, no, I'm giving y'all the wrong dates. By December 2019, prior to the pandemic, I felt like I should leave. And I just felt like it. And I remember writing out my resignation letter December 13th or December 15th of 2019. And I had it written. And it was just written and ready and sitting on my desktop, on my computer, labeled something else because I didn't want nobody to be knowing if I was going to resign. And I really felt in my spirit to just write it out. And once I written it out, I felt relaxed. I felt at peace with it. Then January 2020 came. Nothing yet. End of February 2020, boom, the pandemic started. And I was like, I assumed this is when I should go, but I was too afraid to go. I was too afraid to leave. I was like, how am I gonna pay these bills? How is this gonna work? How's that gonna work? How is that gonna work? And I really was in a state of fear because I've never done anything like this. It was really God telling me, hey, I need for you to lean on me. Okay, lean on me. I need for you to listen and lean on me. And but besides the fear, I was also listening to other people. I was listening to family. They were like, you don't need to leave. It's a good job. It's good. You got 401k, it's solid. It's the seal of approval. You are solidified in this. And I was like, y'all don't understand how many times I went into this bathroom and cried. Y'all don't understand the frustration. Y'all don't understand the fact when Yah is giving you premonitions, when Yah is telling you, hey, you need to go. and you ain't going. I am aware. And even then, I was younger then, a little bit younger, a couple years younger. Even then, I knew if Yah tell you to go or move and you don't do it, Yah would help you. Yah would be like, okay, you're not listening? Okay, cool. I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna help you out. And you ain't gonna like the result. You're gonna be like, Lord, why? Why me? And y'all would be like, I done told you. Now I had to force you out. So for me, I had to realize, like, hey, I got to go. I can't listen to y'all, and I can't be in fear. And I actually turned in my resignation paper in May 27th, if I'm not mistaken, May 27th, 2020. I felt like I stayed longer than I should have, but yeah, I was like, I need for you to get up out of here before June of 2020. If you ain't gone by June of 2020, I'm going to help you go. And I was like, I'll go. I ain't gonna fight you, y'all. I ain't gonna fight you. You got it. I'm a bounce. I'm gonna go. And I left. And it was really different and difficult because I never really expected to, like, I believed in Yah, but my faith was not strong, y'all. So I was actually not supposed to, do anything else that year, but I ended up getting that yoga job. And didn't stay for. I knew I shouldn't have got that job. I knew deep down, it's like I knew I shouldn't get a job. I just knew it. And I'm not talking about because of the help that was out here. I just knew I shouldn't get one. I just felt it in my spirit. I knew it was like, if I was to get one, let it be in alignment with God's purpose in my life. But that I end up getting the yoga job, but didn't stay within. I didn't stay a hot month. I stayed 29 days. I got fired from it, and I was hot. I was hot about that. I was like, normally I quit the job, not me get fired, but that's what I get for not listening. And I had realized through that journey to that I needed to listen to Yah. People are going to be people. I had people tell me I was crazy. I had people say, like, she don't know what she doing. She young, she shouldn't do that. Her brain wasn't fully developed. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. There's a lot of people, and I said this earlier, it's a lot of people who will stay somewhere and just stay there and get stuck and stagnant. I remember specifically one man that interviewed me for the designer engineering job, and we worked in the same department. He actually told me, I don't know what possessed him to tell me this, but as we're on the interview, he gave me, certain topics, certain questions, and we talked about it. I feel like I am crooked, guys. He asked me some questions in regards to, where do I see myself in this company X amount of years? And in the back of my mind, I knew I wasn't going to be there. I already knew I wasn't going to be there a while because y'all already told me this. But, you have to zhuzh it up, have to be cute, make it nice. And he told me, he said, I didn't expect, I actually told him, I said, I don't know. I expect to work myself up, but I also expect myself to also move on from the company eventually. I don't really, and I actually told him this, I don't really believe in staying somewhere too long. I believe in you outgrow and you change. And that's how I've always been, specifically when it comes to jobs. Or things, you have seasons. And he told me, he said, I thought the same thing. He said, but, I just, basically, like, life happens or something to that effect. And he was like, I just went ahead, and he was like, I just stayed. And the way he said it, it wasn't like he was being mean. It was almost like he could have gotten better, but everyone's life is different. But like, he could have done better, but he just got stuck here. And right then and there, I was like, man, no. I was like, yeah, I'm not staying here that long. And people will stay at a job because it's secure. You're getting you clock in. That it's guaranteed money as long as you clock in, as long as you do your work. It's guaranteed money. And people would stay there for years. Some people would stay there for years because they enjoyed it. Some people would stay for years because, they got no other options. Some people would stay. And I always felt deep down like you you have to grow at some point. And I'm not just saying grow within the company, but you have to grow. There's a season for everything. So I never really saw myself being somewhere at a job for 20 plus years. Now I can see the career that Yah is heading for me, has for me right now. I can see that having longevity, but I never seen, in my opinion, I never would have thought that I would stay at a job for 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years. I'm just like, I got to go. Okay. I didn't see people come and go. I'm no, I need something new and something fresh. And prior to me fully stepping into what Yah needed me to do, right now, Yah has all he told me prior to me resigning was to make videos. He did not say anything else. He did not specify what. So I started. I started with exercise videos because I was really into fitness. I still am. It's just different now. I was into fitness, and when I was in the new age, I was doing tarot readings as well, or starting off spiritual videos, and then it went into tarot readings. I don't do that anymore by the grace of Yah. I've been delivered from that. Thank you, Yah. I'll give you all the glory and praise. But after those things, like I kept just do videos, and I would continue to do videos. I would start, stop. Y'all don't know how many times I done went through like careers. I didn't went through careers like it's nobody's business, but yeah, I was like, start videos. But then he will also give me, realizations, dreams about me singing, about me just being in the studio, about certain things, about me. And then for me, this was back in 2019, I would start writing. Not that I didn't write, but I could not stand writing for the life of me. And when you're an engineering designer, what are you doing? You do have to write reports, especially in these classes that I had taken. I had to write reports. I was writing like it was nobody's business. Your reading, writing, and arithmetic has to be on point. And I could not stand writing papers. I could never stand writing papers when I was in English class or in my engineering class. But now I am writing. So it's crazy how Yah really turns things into his glory, until what he wants, for you to do. And it's been, a crazy, wild journey, because it's not something that is for the faint of heart. You will go through a lot of emotions. And having in my life before Yah, I thought I was doing something, until after the fact, I was like, yeah, I wasn't doing nothing. I wasn't doing none of that. I see now that what Yah has really brought me to do is such a beautiful thing. Like, I can see it. I can't put it all together right now at the moment, but I can really see something beautiful happening. And in the journey that I had to take, while it was crazy, it still was beautiful, and it's a joyous thing, especially when it's something that you should have done a long time ago. You really feel yourself like you really feel who you are as an individual when you start doing what Yah has called you to do. You really feel the joy, the freedom. And that's one thing that Yah had even showed me in a dream one time. He was like, he wanted me to choose between two jobs, two careers. One, you're gonna get all the money, but this A, B, C, D, E, F, G, will have to go. You have to do this. You have to do that. It's certain accommodations. And I was just like, what? Like, excuse me. I remember that dream so vividly because y'all showed me this is, you're going to have to choose between two careers. This one, you're going to get money. I mean, you're going to make bank. But how do you feel in your heart, spirit? In your heart about this? And I felt like in order to gain that money, it's like you had to lose yourself. And over here in the other career, Yah showed me the career I was supposed to be in, but I was much more happy. I may not have been making, the buku money that the first job would have gave me, but I was more free. I was more myself. I was more passionate, and I would not have known that if I didn't walk with Yah, if I didn't really listen to him. Because it took me a while, y'all. It took me a while to listen to him. Child, it took me a while. It took me a while. I didn't start posting covers until last year. So it took me a while to really sit down and be like, okay, this is where y'all need for me to be. Let me hush up and let me do what needs to be done. And I don't want to keep talking this long. I didn't know I was talking to y'all for this long. But yeah, it's a beautiful thing when you start doing something that you were born to do, that Yah has placed inside you to do. It's something so beautiful. Even though it's frustrating, it's something so beautiful in it. And it makes you, I've never felt this happy doing something until I started doing something that was already built within me. And, by the grace of Yah, he's going to continue to add on to me, and I got to allow him to do that. And I hope you are allowing him to do that. Before we go, I normally have two segments. One is through our eyes. That segment is more so about what Yah reveals to me or what I start to see. So it's through our eyes, through Yah and myself, my eyes. And we also have a second segment where we say, let's keep it 100. Okay. It's self-explanatory. We keep it real. We keep it real 1,000. We keep it real 100. Okay. And the segment for today that I have chosen is let's keep it 100. And for those of you guys that actually made the career switch because of your walk with the Most High, what did you learn from it? I kind of gave y'all what I learned from that. I just learned really you have to be happiness is free. We tend to think that money will buy our happiness, and there's been times I thought that too, but money cannot buy you happiness. Happiness is free. Happiness is a given. Happiness should be already there. I'm not saying you're going to always be happy, but happiness should already be there because you're doing something that you care about and you love and you're passionate for. I've seen a lot of people would felt like they did not have a fire. They were just there at their job just to be there. And I felt like that is the saddest thing because you are meant to live. We all, as human beings, we are meant to live. We're meant to thrive. We're meant to not just make money and pay bills and die. We're meant to live life in an abundant way, in a way that is freeing as much as we can be free. Because, we got laws and rules and regulations. I just learned that money is not everything. And the way that you think you have to get to something is not always the case. Yah will make a way out of no way. Yah will make a way in the wilderness. He'll make a path in the wilderness for you. And Yah has been doing that. And Yah will continue to do that. You have to continue to really to trust in his fullness, trust in him that he will lead you and guide you. It's difficult. It's hard, but it's necessary, because I know for me, I understand I'd rather be happy, and I'd rather have the fire and the drive to want to do something that I'm meant to do. It feels more fulfilling to my heart. And it's actually food for me. It's actually food for the soul when you are doing something that you're actually passionate about, that you love and that loves you back. And that's really what most of us want. We want to do something that we love, but we also want something that will actually feed us. But it's a lot of careers that we're in where we're not being fed. And I guess the demic had to show people that. In order for everybody to be resigning. That's just my that's just my thing. But like I said, let's keep it 100. I want to ask you guys that same question. What did you learn prior to you changing your career, prior to your life with when you start walking with the Most High? What was your career first? What was your career that you had prior to your life walk with the Most High? Do you miss it? Were you happy in that job? And when you started walking with Yah, what career did he tell you to be in? What is your destiny? What is your purpose that he has placed on your heart? If you are not for sure about that, please take your time. It will come. Really talk to Yah. Ask him those questions. For me specifically, I don't remember. I think I might have asked y'all, so what do I do? And then eventually that gets the ball rolling. So ask the Most High what you need to do. I know it's easier said than done, but it will actually help you in the long run. So that's it, y'all. Also, one more thing. So after you guys have stated that, I want you guys to also write where you are at right now. How do you feel? Are you happy? For those that actually have started something that you're actually meant to start, are you happy? Are you more fulfilled? Does it love you back? Do you love it? Do you feel the passion? Do you feel the drive? And where are you at right now with the job or career that you're at right now? I want you guys to leave that comment down in the comment section below, because not only will it help you, but it will also help someone else that has started this journey as well with the Most High, and actually understand that they have to actually switch and change up their own careers. So that's all I have for you guys. I appreciate y'all for being here. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all once again. And until next time, y'all stay safe and stay blessed. Peace.